Okay, looking at this problem over here, yeah, certainly there's three terms, trial and error, but I notice those numbers they're kind of large for me. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to get them to be a little bit more reasonable. And what I would do is I'd factor out what's called the greatest common factor. And it looks like all the numbers have a 4 in common. And then the letter in common, it looks like an X is in common, and it looks like a Y is in common. Now this is going to, reduce the size of these things to me. That it might make it easier to do, but again, I may be stuck in a situation where I still can't do it. So 4 times what gives you 48? That would be 12. And then I'd get, let's see, x squared. And then I get minus, well, 4 times what gives you 52? That would be 13. And xy, because I need an x squared, y squared there, and I have an xy, so xy is needed. So what do you get now? Well, let's see. What times 4 would give you 140? That's 35. 120, 20 is 140. I pulled out an x, pulled out a y, so you get a y squared over there. Now for me, again, I want to claim to you, this thing over here is a lot easier for me to deal with. And I'm going to use trial and error. It looks quadratic, and it looks like I'll have some, opportunity to try at least using my fingers. And looking at it, I like to use small numbers. So I'm going to say, I wouldn't use 12 and 1 because 12, I'm not saying it's a big number, but I prefer something smaller. So I'm going to say like either 6 or 2 or 3 and 4. I'm going to use 3 and 4 though. By the way, I'm not saying they're working. I'm saying I'm worth trying. And I would never, exceed if I was particularly, frustrated by this more than 3 times. And then I'm looking at the 35. And, it does kind of limit choices, but I would definitely not choose 35 and 1 as an initial guess. I choose something smaller like 7 and 5. So let's take a look at it. I don't know. I'm going to try the 7y and 5y over here. Now, before I put any signs down, I want to claim I'm kind of looking at it. And before I struggle with it too much, I do know that would definitely give me 12x squared. And in the end, I'm not even talking about sign yet. 7y times 5y would definitely give me 35y squared. But then I'm kind of struggling with that middle term. And I know it's negative. So, it's got to be a plus minus in the problem somewhere. So let's take a look at it. We'll try to figure that out now. And, 3x times 5x is 15xy. And 7 times 4 is 28. So I'm going to say minus here, plus there. But I'm still going to try it. And what do you get? 3x times 4x is 12x squared. Then you get 15xy minus 28xy, which is minus 13xy. And you certainly do get minus 35y squared. So we're done. And that's our answer. What am I going to do now? Look at the key. I want to see if I see this. 4xy, I see it. 4x plus 5y, I see it. 3x minus 7y, I see it. All right? Thank you.